Imagine that you are inside of a maze, in the middle of the maze, and you're trying to get out. And from the inside, obviously, it'd be very difficult to navigate through this maze. But imagine how easy it would be to get through and get out of the maze if you could zoom out and see yourself from the top and see the whole maze. How easy would it be to get out of the maze? It'd be pretty easy, right? From that perspective. Well, in life, there's a lot of problems that if you just zoom out, they will become much, much easier to solve. Another way of looking at this is, have you ever gave a friend advice? And it's super easy for you to give them advice. If like somebody came to you and they had relationship trouble, and from your side, it's obvious that they should end the relationship. And you say, dude, just end the relationship, right? Simple as. But from their head, they have, well, I've invested this much time, but what is family going to think? What about this? What about that? Because from their perspective, they are in it, right? From you, you're outside of it. You are so far zoomed out that it is so easy for you to make a quick decision and say, this is the obvious answer. But from their perspective of being inside, embedded in it for who knows how long, it is very difficult for them to navigate that problem and come up with a real solution and a fast solution. And there's a lot of areas in life where if we just take some time to detach ourselves from the problem and zoom out and imagine it's almost like if you were playing a video game, right? In a video game, it's really easy to make decisions and it's quite fun, right? Whereas in life, it can be stressful to make decisions, even tiny decisions, right? Even if you go to buy some clothes and it's like you only have $100 and you find a really nice jacket, two really nice jackets for $100, you can, it can be stressful just to make that decision, even though there's no harm in no matter which one you choose, right? If anything, there's harm in taking the time to choose because that time could be put towards making another $100 so you can get both of them. Life is a maze. It is. Life is difficult and it is just one big maze. It is one big mess. And it takes a lot of critical thinking to get through it and to get through it well and to get through it to where you want to go. You don't want to just get through life, right? You want to just survive it. You want to live through life. You want to enjoy it. So when you get older, you can look back and say, yeah, I did the things I wanted to do. I'm proud of that. I'm glad I did those things. You don't want to get to the end of your life and say, well, here I am, I survived. That's like, that's so, animalistic. Speaking of animals, here's this one. Okay, yeah, she wants to be in the video. So, okay, so that's kind of ironic, right? I said animal and she popped up. Yeah, talk about manifesting. Anyway, so yeah, I just thought it was a very interesting topic to talk about because it's something that somebody said one time and it made me think. Like I heard somebody say, why is it so easy to give your friend advice, but it's so hard to give yourself advice? And it made me think about this whole thing. And I started thinking about like, yeah, why is that? And it made me think about the maze and like, oh, it makes sense now because imagine trying to get through a maze when you're inside of it. It's so hard. But if you can look outside, right? If you had a friend up top on a stadium and he could see you down the maze, he can guide you out no problem. So if we can detach ourselves from these problems and zoom out and almost like look at ourselves from like a third person perspective, like a video game, and just detach yourself because we're so tied to all these consequences and if and what if and but and ands. If we just take a second to detach ourselves and zoom out, look at like you're playing a character, a third person character in a video game, many decisions will become so much easier to make. And then when you make that decision faster, you can start it faster and everything just starts to move along much, much quicker. You keep the momentum going. So next time that you guys have trouble making a decision, try this out. Try to zoom out. Try to detach yourself. Try to pretend you are a friend you're giving advice to. What would you say? What would you do? Or you could pretend that you're in a video game. What would you tell the character to do? There's a lot of different ways to go about this. Whatever makes more sense for you, whatever's going to work for you, do that because I have found that this helps me make difficult decisions when I can detach myself. If there's a decision that you're going to make and there is no consequences of that decision, just pick. Just pick. That's it. Just pick. Because over the course of your time, if you have trouble choosing between stuff, like I said earlier, like clothes, food, colors, over the course of time, do you really want to get to the end of your life, found out you spent like a month worth of just deciding between useless, like stuff that wasn't going to make a difference in the long run? So if it's simple decisions, guys, just pick. Just pick. It will make your life so much easier and so much better. If you're really going back and forth, flip a freaking coin if you can't pick. If you really can't do it, you can't stomach it, just flip a coin and go with what the coin says. Keep a coin with you if you have trouble making decisions. But anyways, if it's a hard decision and you're really struggling, zoom out, give yourself advice like it was a friend or somebody you're taking care of. And yeah, this will help a lot. All right, it'll help clear your heads and keep clear thinking. So that's all for today, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to get better every day.